Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the selection headaches that I believe Pochettino has got in his game against Arsenal on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at Stamford Bridge as well. So let's get into it. So as you guys know, we're facing Arsenal on Saturday. I feel like there's a few selection headaches that, in my opinion, Pochettino has got, particularly in attack. And, I'm going to start off some of the players that he has. For example, Mudryk. So, obviously, as you guys know, Mudryk wasn't able to play in our final game against Burnley. Only came on from the 83rd minute. However, has been playing from strength to strength in the last four games against, firstly, against Bournemouth, then Villa, then Fulham, and then this game too. So, and I also forgot Brighton that he played in as well, which is the Carabao Cup game. And essentially, in my opinion, he's been getting better and better. He's been going from strength to strength, and as such, for me, I would be thinking someone like a Mudryk would, this would be his big opportunity for him to shine, to show that he's ready for this level. In my opinion, I know obviously Sterling, however, was played on the left wing in against Burnley, and he was looking sensational in my opinion. But both in the first and second half, obviously he got a goal, he got 2 assists as well. And I think for me personally, with the way Sterling's been playing, particularly on that left wing, if you're Pochettino, do you go with someone like Sterling or do you go with someone a bit more younger like Mudryk, who just got his first goal for the club, he's got his goal now in international break as well for Ukraine as well. He's been going from strength to strength, improving and getting better, and probably is the long-term guy that you want to be playing in that position, or do you go with Sterling? So that's one conundrum that we're probably going to give my opinions on quite soon. The other conundrum that I would say also is on the right wing as well. Now, obviously, we've seen Cole Palmer back-to-back games now been playing on the right wing, has been playing really well, obviously against both Fulham and Burnley, in which he has played in, been playing well, been really, feel like been interlinking, playing quite well between that midfield to attack area, finding those passings, beating his man. I really feel like that is something that Cole Palmer has been able to do quite well for the team, in my opinion. So there's obviously that aspect to it as well. So that's another question that you've got to ask. If you're Mauricio Pochettino, do you want to risk it for a biscuit and what's it called, play Cole Palmer there? And someone else to discuss is Madueke. Again, Madueke has been having great back-to-back performances against in the England under 21 teams, scoring in both of them. Been playing really well. Has got a strike on him. Maybe he's another guy that you could probably use there too. Someone that clearly is brimming in confidence after the international break. Has got the ability, maybe similar to how you give Mudryk a chance. Maybe Madueke also, in my opinion, deserves that chance too. So there's also that too. Again, we can talk about Sterling. Do you want to maybe play him there on the right wing as well? That's another selection headache that you've got to ask yourself for as well. So again, when we're looking at this situation here, it's not as straightforward as it seems, in my opinion. While I know people will say, you want to be playing the same players again and again and again. However, when you've got other players that are also playing just as good, who have been playing great, it becomes a bit of a difficult thing to do. Now, in regards to what I would do personally, I think there's another factor that no one else is talking about, which is the 10 role. Now, I honestly would say that the Gallagher, Enzo, Caicedo 3 would probably work best against Arsenal, in my opinion. But if you want to be a bit more offensive and you really want to, match Arsenal match Arsenal, I would probably say you play Cole Palmer in that 10 role. You play either Sterling or Madueke on the right, and you definitely play Mudryk on the left, in my opinion. That way, you're really, producing that, sort of, strike force going forward, and that's something you want to do. However, I think for me personally, knowing Pochettino, he likes Gallagher, he provides a lot for the team, in his opinion. I think he's been doing a good job, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised once Nkuku comes into the team if he is replaced. So at the end of the day, you're probably looking at something, in my opinion, possibly could be Sterling, Palmer, Gallagher, and Jackson up front, in my opinion. And I know people will be surprised by that, but I'm not. Obviously, that's the one that we had against Burnley. Now, of course, it's a question of whether or not he chooses Mudryk over Sterling, or maybe put Sterling over Cole Palmer. But I think for me, Mudryk's going to hold bench, sadly, even though I would love for him to start, in my opinion. But it is what it is on that one still. But that's, I think, really the when it comes down to it, the selection headache issue of the situation sorted out. Now, again, if I was to talk about my ideal lineup, which I'll be talking about tomorrow in my Chelsea Arsenal preview, you will see I'm a bit more different than Mr. Pochettino, but it is what it is. Now, another topic I wanted to talk about before we start heading off as well is the situation in regards to Ian Maatsen. Now, the club have extended Ian Maatsen's contract to the plus up 1 year, which is optional by the team. Now, of course, they're still trying to negotiate a new deal for him at the end of the day. We will see whether or not that is able to happen. But, you would like to think that that could happen in the future, whether we like it or not, because, of course, we know Maatsen's a great player. He's got a lot of talent. But sadly, it seems that Pochettino is not really trying to use him as a left back. And that's one of the reasons why sadly he's not getting enough game time, because you got guys like Mudryk playing well, Mudryk obviously you still yet to come on, Sterling, Cole Palmer playing well. You got Nkuku also that's going to be coming into. So that's the problem in my opinion. So it's a bit of a shame really. I don't want Ian Maatsen to leave. I felt like Lewis Hall leaving was another where I really would have liked him to stay personally as well, but really it is what it is. Hopefully we can at least try to get maybe a buyback clause in him in a year or two if we were to sell him to some small to medium team. At the end of the day, he is a class, he's a quality player, and that's the sort of players that I would like to have at Chelsea Football Club. So yeah, man, I think that's pretty much all it is. I'm double checking for any other news really, but I don't believe so as of this recording. Obviously we know that Enzo's trained, we know that Mudryk's trained, Cole Palmer's trained, Disasi's trained. So I think a lot of players are basically training, and we should have pretty much a fully fit squad, barring maybe who's the guy missing? There's one player missing who may not be ready, but rather than that, you have Badiashile ready on the bench, so it's going to be great to see. So listen, at the end of the day, I'm very happy about what I'm seeing so far. And I hope that Chelsea will be able to do what it needs to do to win that game, because that's what we need to do. So it's really as simple as that. That's the video, guys. Again, please make sure to like, share, subscribe as always. I've been your host of the Most, Bridge 258, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Chelsea versus Arsenal preview. I may be able to maybe get a special guest, so stay tuned for that one still. So we see and we move, but love and guidance, big man. Dedicate your hearts. Stay blue.